started this project, I was feeling a little bit nervous. And why? Well, because this can lead to delayed decisions. So if scheduling lives in one app and you have cost and labor in another, executives tend to use spreadsheets to merge those and they get their information late. And when you have slow insights, you end up with siloed people trying to solve questions that find the manner for people. And then problem number 2, we saw is that, well, wait, we have bad data as well. So not only were our systems not connected, but our systems had a bunch of garbage in. And as you all know, garbage in equals garbage out. And also, if your data is late, it's kind of garbage. So we had a lot of problems with that, and it really led to the start of what we could see as sort of broken trust in the data. So we started with a really simple strategy. We said, let's focus on a good process, and then we'll focus on technology. And the reason we did that is because in the tactics, what we say is process before tool. So instead of just going in and grabbing a tool here and tool there and trying to figure out next, we were fortunate enough to be able to set some strategy. First and foremost, we canvassed the organization and we decided how are you actually going to do reporting? What is project services responsible for? What is our agile execution strategy through the different phases of the project? Next is I talked to a few of you, we defined the standard WBS, and then we put all that in the database so we could look it up later and generate valid WBS sets. Finally, of course, we find our data requirements for our contractors and stakeholders. And the reason this is important before you get into the tool making is that we wanted the decisions and the information needed for those decisions comes first. Otherwise, what happens is you're like, hey, we're running Procore, and this is the Procore report. This is how you should do your decision making based on the information. So we really focused on grabbing data from these systems through an organized, structured business process that was fairly rigid. So to break it down for you all, it was the first week we would harvest the data, meaning we would grab this information for risk, permitting, cost schedule, and then we would actually week those folks, sit down, look at the reports, and say, okay, what needs to change because we're going to lock this in. And then we would have our lock. So we got the process out of the way. We set the strategy, we did the work, things were great. And then the next step was to establish a data warehouse. Finally, last but not least, you had to train the users, and then continuously integrate and improve on that. I put a little asterisk on my data validation tool because it's really why I'm here today. You have to have data validation. It's everything. Because if you have bad data, it doesn't work. And so we built some data validation tools that got us by. And I wish that we had Schedule Validator with its API. It could have been 100, maybe 1,000 types for